to CityBiz, the May 2021 edition of CityBiz, coming to you right on the cusp of Memorial Day weekend, coming up in a couple of days. You might be watching this on that weekend. We are here at the lovely corner of Briggs and Main in an unofficial mixed-use zone. Michael Halley, my name's Melinda Arndt, by the way. We're diving into our material, and I want to introduce Michael Halley, our city councilman, who's going to bring us up to date on the establishment of an official mixed-use zone.
So after many years of talking about it and a year and a half of working on it, we did finally establish our new mixed-use zone in the New Chicago neighborhood. So essentially between Grimes Avenue, 2nd Street, Low. We moved it slightly north to Low, and 6th Street. So that area has been kind of underdeveloped for a number of years. And so the mixed use, first and foremost, allows what commercial districts like the downtown do not, which is first floor residential. So commercial district zoning allows you to do a commercial on the first floor, residential on the second or third or in the upper floors. In the mixed use zone, we're okay with first floor residential because the underutilized properties in that area could use it. So there are 3 properties in that area that will have first floor residential now that that zone's established. And these are properties that were not being utilized beforehand. So that's what the city was wanting. We wanted to encourage some development, encourage more use, and possibly encourage some fixing up of some of those buildings. So it's established now, it's off our table, and we'll let it run and see what kind of new development comes out of it.
All right, bravo for our first mixed-use zone established. It may set the precedent for other neighborhoods, who knows?
Yep.
Kind of along with that, talking about use and looking at things from a larger perspective, we had a sustainability coordinator for a while who helped us get the Go Green plan, implement things. Scott Tim filled that role. We shared Scott with some other counties. It looks like that's on the horizon again. Maybe not with Scott, but with somebody.
Somebody else. So Scott was shared as the city sustainability coordinator and the ISU extension office. And he was pushing forward and moving on 80 to 90% of the goals of the Green Plan, moving those forward. And it was wonderful to have him. There was a time when the budget shortfalls, we just couldn't continue to afford the position. So it was 5 or 6 years ago he was let go. And since then, the city has not been as active with sustainability. So the Southeast Iowa Sierra Club actually put together a model for a shared position between MIU, the city, and Jefferson County. So the request was for $15,000 from each entity to pay for this person's full-time position, and they would do work for all 3 organizations. So the university was the first to commit, and the city has now committed $15,000 from our solid waste fund. So the contingency is that's the work that this person has to do for the city, because that's how our funds work. Is we spend money from a certain fund. That's the area that they need to do the work in. The Sierra Club had put together a 4-point sustainability plan that included climate resilience, renewable energy, expansion of natural areas, and solid waste recycling and waste reduction. So that 4th area will be what, for this first year, that sustainability coordinator will work on for the city. So we should see some more education about proper recycling, possibly expanding our compost, that kind of thing. So we'll see if the county joins. There's some other grant sources that the Sierra Club's looking into to make this happen, but the 15 from the city and the university are committed at this point.
Very cool. I mean, I find that very cool, and I think that will keep it really local, just county, city, and campus. Thank you.
One more thing, though, that there's a number of goals in our comprehensive plan that was adopted early last year around sustainability. And as one of our council members pointed out, if we don't have a position working on them, then they just basically stay on the page.
Yeah.
So it really is important for us to pay for someone to actually work on these areas.
All right, county. Well, you may notice as we're doing this interview that we are only a foot apart, we're maskless. Of course, we are outside, and this is totally in compliance with CDC latest guidelines. But we do have some new, and in this ballpark of conversation, we have some new state laws that have happened prohibiting schools from requiring masks and prohibiting cities from mandating masks inside private businesses.
Yeah.
So you want to expound a little?
Sure. So this is what's considered a state preemptive law. So a state law that preempts local laws. And typically cities, counties, and school districts don't like these because 52 years ago there was an amendment to the state constitution that provided home rule, which is saying that local governments or local governing bodies should have the majority of say over those areas. So cities should have say in what they do in their districts, counties, and school boards. So when the state does something like this and makes it the law of the land, essentially they're eroding local control. And that's essentially, from my position as a city council member, and most city people, we don't generally like this, but the state has this right. They will do this from time to time. In this case, Republican lawmakers felt that the school districts especially should not have that power to mandate masks, even though the school year was winding down and they could have maybe put it to the beginning of next school year. They went ahead and made it immediate. And then cities who had mask policies that extended beyond public spaces, those are now prohibited. So again, you can take it or leave it for what it is. I can only speak from my position as a city council member that, cities generally don't like this kind of thing. School boards generally don't like this kind of thing because we live in the communities that we serve. And in a sense, the local governing bodies are the ones who have that direct interaction with the people they govern. And so we feel like we're best suited to make those decisions for our areas. But again, I try to keep CityBiz from becoming a political commentary.
Right.
Most of what I've expressed would be I would consider the Iowa League of Cities position on it on behalf of the cities in Iowa. So again, I'm not critiquing it, but that's what it is. The city mask mandate within our own building of the rec center can still stay in place, though I would guess that's going to go away entirely pretty soon.
But that's at the city or the rec center's decision, not a state mandate. And I presume private businesses can still have whatever policies they want within their property, so it doesn't affect that. But just a little clarification on, and we are just so happy to be outside and unmasked and enjoying this beautiful day. And you may notice the real star of this edition of CityBiz is Petra Park, right behind us. This is why we're doing it here. Petra Park on today, the 26th of May, when we're filming this, is about to have its official opening. I have seen people sitting in there eating and talking, but this is official today. It is official, and we had hoped to be over there filming and maybe doing something graceful at the ballet bar. And we'll probably do that privately, but not in this edition of CityBiz. What do you want to say about Petra Park?
Well, it's official. The city has accepted it as a gift, and it's now city-owned property. It's now a city park, and officially open to the public. And we can't thank Alex Stanley enough for having the vision, buying the property, working with city crews to develop a low-maintenance type setup. So, putting the irrigation lines in the planters and such, it's just really well thought out. And already you can see people flocking here, eating here, spending time here, just wandering around, looking at it. And so it's gone from vision to reality, and we can finally close that chapter. We've been talking about this project for a long time on CityBiz, and here it is.
And we've seen it. Every time we drive by, I've seen all the stages of development. So now it's like time to harvest the fruit and enjoy the park.
So once again, thank you, Alex Stanley. It's such a beautiful gift to the community, and really a great way to honor Petra's memory.
It is.
I'm wearing my pink today, which was something that her favorite color.
Oh, I have pink in this dress. Excellent.
So we'll go over there and do a photo op, and everyone, come on down. It's open for business now.
Come on, even if you don't want to do anything at the ballet bar, come and enjoy the rest of the park. It's delightful.
Yep.
And we will see you next month at the end of June on CityBiz.